Hi guys, it's Brenda here. I'd like to give you 5 or so movements to help you when you're working from home to be able to keep your body mobile and keep the joints mobile and not getting stiff. There are certain areas that when we're sitting down on a chair all the time that will get stiff, and if I give you an example, so if we're sitting down here all day, then this angle at the knee keeps our hamstrings short. This angle at the hip keeps our hip flexors short and tight, and then usually if we're working, then our shoulders are kept and elbows in this position. We're quite stiff here, and then we probably end up, if we're really intense, with our head and neck really far forward and we're tight and stiff at the back of the neck. So I'm just going to give you 5 or so movements to help you undesk and WTH your body at the end of the day. But this works much better if you do this throughout your day. So after a long period of working, you do these and then sort of do them, just spend 5 minutes 3 or 4 times a day. I would say if you're working for 20 minutes, then you take 5 minutes to do these, or even after every hour of working, take 5 minutes to do these movements. Okay, so the first one is the head ramp, and it's to undesk the neck. So what we do is take the head forwards, and then you're going to ramp the back of the neck and the scruff of the neck back and up. Okay, so going forwards as you breathe in, breathing out to take the whole back of the head and the neck back. Good. And last one here. So you can do as many of those as you like. I would recommend doing that whenever you're on a smartphone or a tablet, if you're on it for a long time. Okay, the next one, we're going to do some diamond openings. So this one's for the chest. We're bringing the arms into this diamond position here, and you're just going to open the elbows back behind you. You'll feel the shoulder blades squeeze together, and then draw that back together. I'll give you the side view of those. Okay, so we're opening the elbows behind us, opening through the chest, and then back. And I'll give you the back view so you can see really what my shoulder blades are doing. The shoulders stay down and you're squeezing and releasing. Squeeze and release. Good. And another one for the chest that we do in class is the diamond press. That's a really good one for opening up the chest. And we've also got chest expansion. So you can play around with those 3 for getting some movement back in here and not closed down. And those of you that are at home with little ones as well, that's really good to open up here. Okay, so then for the hips, to get out of that sitting posture, we're going to take one knee forward, and for this one we've got the hip extension. So you're opening up the hip by doing the compass north movement. So you're tucking the tailbone underneath and then releasing and tuck and release. And then the other one is to take a step forward. You're going to tuck the tail and then press into that knee going forward. The movement is coming completely from the knee and not from my torso moving forwards, because that takes all the work out of here. There's nothing working here if I take my body forward, but you're really opening up the hip if you're keeping the torso back. Okay, and you do that both sides because you want to be nice and even. Okay, so you're starting out tuck and release first of all. I'm just going through these quite quickly, but you can pause the video and go through them on your own or write them down. Okay, then we take that into a lunge. Okay, so then after that, we want to also get the spine moving in all directions and not just in one plane throughout the day. So I would say in a nice high kneeling position, taking the arms into this Cossack position and taking a waist twist. So you're turning the head and breathing out to rotate, keeping the hips facing forward, and then breathing in. Breathing out, rotate and waist twist. Breathing out, return. This is also quite nice in the 1990 position, so you can rotate against the front leg. This helps to also keep the hip bones facing the front, and then you can take that to the other side. So rotating, really try and keep the shoulders square to the hips, so you're rotating completely around rather than taking it over this way, which is a tendency that we have sometimes. Okay, and then you can stay in this 90-90 position, breathing in to float the arm up, and we're going to reach through the side waist and take it up and over, getting a nice side reach through the waist, and then floating the arm down and floating the arm up, breathing in, breathing out, head and shoulders go up and over, ribs go over, you're pressing through this front foot for stability, and then releasing, and then you'll do that the other side. Again, pause the video if you need to. You want to do at least 3 or 4 of these, reaching up and over and down. Good, it's a balance challenge, this one as well. Good, do a few of those each side. And then the last one I would say is to get some length back into the hamstrings from being stuck in that 90-degree angle. I have a band here, so you can use a band lying down in neutral spine, fold the leg in, and then you're going to take the band onto the sole of the foot with the knee bent. You want to stay level on both sides of the pelvis, and then as you breathe in, you're going to bend the knee in, and then breathing out to lengthen. Okay, the main thing is that you're staying level on both sides of the pelvis, and then you're getting a nice length in the back of the knee, mobilizing and lengthening. Once you've done that a few times, you can keep it long, and then breathe out and pull the leg towards you and hold it there. Okay, if you don't have a band at home, you can use a yoga strap, or even yoga strap's a little bit like a belt, so if you have a belt, you can thread the belt through its loop and then put your foot into it and hold it like that. So you can do the same thing with a belt or even a scarf. Okay, so you're breathing in to fold in, breathing out to lengthen, breathing in and out. And then at the last one, you can hold the leg there, keep the length in the back of the knee, pull that leg towards you, and just stretch. For a good 30 seconds in that last stretch, I would say. And then just release the foot. Okay. I really hope those have been helpful. Give me any feedback on how you're finding those. I'd love to hear from you. And consistency is the thing with this. So it's much better to do these, as I said, throughout the day than just once at the end of the day. Although once is better than nothing. You really get the most benefits out of it from having done them throughout, and you're constantly undesking your body throughout the day. All right, see you next time.